Web server. What do you mean web server? First thing I need to show you how the web server is working. Over here I got the client, the laptops and computers. It is connected to the internet and the website is hosted somewhere here and it is connected to the database. Once a client is requesting via the internet, automatically it will check with the server, and if there is any pages it will be given here. And if there is any database activity, access here and give it back here. This is how your web server will work. So before that, we should understand how the website is working and the web request is processed. A client is there. What you will do is you will type the website name. Automatically it will search for the IP address in the DNS server. So DNS server will give the IP address and the computer is accessing that particular IP address to fetch the website. This is how a normal website will work. In turn, this one we are given in a different format here. You are able to see a user is there, is entering the URL. Automatically the URL resolver is there, DNS resolver, which will take care of converting your name to the IP address. And the IP address is mapped. So the browser will be sending the IP address to the actual web server. The browser sends HTTP GET command to web server, and the web server returns the HTML data stream, and the web browser will be given. So HTML web page will be loaded in the computer. This is how a web request is processed. So we should understand the difference between website and web server before proceeding with the web server further. Website consists of a collection of web pages associated with a particular host name. So these web pages are located in the web server. So web server is a program to satisfy the client request for the web resources. Whatever this guy is asking, this guy will process it and give it to him. So if we talk about the web server, we should understand what are the multi-tiering applications or how it is segregated. Over here you are able to see the client is there. This is a client tier and this is your middle tier and this is your database tier. Okay, so a web server is a part of a multi-tier application. They call it as the entire application. Okay, so by definition, a web server is a program that generates and transmits the response to the client request for web resources. If we talk about the client request, this is the process. Passing the request message. So if there is a request coming in, passing the request message, checking that the message is authorized, associating the URL in the request with a file name, constructing the response message, transmitting the response message to the requesting client. This is how the various steps the web server will follow for processing the request. If we talk about the server types, there are a variety of servers available: proxy servers, mail servers, web servers, application servers, FTP servers, telnet, list servers, image servers and video servers, and virtual servers. Based on different operations, these servers are implemented. So if we talk about web server, how the overall process is running, the user clicks on something on the URL. Okay, I'm giving the website as kashiinfo.com or something. Automatically this different URL will have different services. This one for normal website, this one is for secure website, for file transfer website, news related, telnet related, and mail related. The host name is converted from a name to a 32-bit IP address, and the connection is established between the server. This is how a web request is processed. And the request is of two types. One is get the information from the server. Retrieve the HTML document. So retrieve the HTML document or images. So the request will be sent like this. you are able to see I'm giving google.com. In google.com I'm giving WikiTechie. You are able to see it here. This is the request. In this request you are able to see the request is having the parameter passed. This is how it will be. So retrieve the HTML document or image, send the information as part of URL with the query request. This is how the GET request will be. And if you talk about the post data to the server. So if considering I want something to be done, for example, so this is my website, and if you go here, I'll click it here. So I'm giving post. This is called post. This one is get and this one is post, because I'm going to give information and I'm going to post it. So post data to your server, authentication information, form data, something like that, and it's sent from data as an HTTP message, not as part of URL. So this is sent as a HTTP message, not as a URL. And once the request is given, there will be a response. The response will be of different types. You are able to see the response here. 200 indicates its success. 100 indicates it's continue. 101 is switching protocols. What is the protocol you're using? So it's a kind of an informational. If this number it's written with start with 1. If it written with start with the 2, you got 200 is okay, and 206 is partial content. 301 indicates it's a moved permanently, or 304 is not modified. 400 is a bad request, and 403 is forbidden, and 404 is not found. The page is not available and they are not permitting you, and this is a bad request. If it is a client error, so 4xx, if it start with 4, then it's a client error. If it is start with 5, it's a server error, the internal server error. The server is having a problem, the service is not available, that page is not available, or HTTP version is not supported with the 505. If you talk about the HTTP responses, you got variety of information here. The one is general, the connection and the date and everything will be the request. What is the encoding accepted? What is the encoding accepted? And the user agent who sent this request. Response, the server type and the location, everything is given. And entity, it got the content encoding type, last modified date and everything. And finally, a hop by hop, it's a proxy authentication, transfer coding, and whether the connection is open or closed, whether we got cookies or not, everything is hop by hop. So these are 5 important things which is available with this HTTP response. If you talk about the web server, these are all variety of web servers available. One is Apache, which supports PHP predominantly, Tomcat, which supports Java predominantly, IIS, which supports Microsoft.NET predominantly, and Microsoft Personal Web Server is there to store all like a mail and other informations. These are some of the examples of web servers. So if you talk about in detail about the web servers, IIS, the vendor is Microsoft. It will be bundled with the Windows operating system and support active serve pages. Apache is a freeware, free most used web server. Netscape, the vendor is Netscape, free high performance compatible with Unix and Windows OS. Domino, the vendor is IBM, support multiple operating system, it's about $500. One web server by Sun, cost about $1,500, supports multiple operating systems. Samba, it's a Samba, freeware and it's free. Zeus, by Zeus, about $1,500. These are some of the web servers available in the market. And before saying a thank you to you, this is our website wikitechie.com. You can click this button to get notifications regularly. Apart from that, this is an online technological animated portal. And over here you got the projects here. So you can learn all the technology over here and click projects to download all your projects for free of cost. And this is our YouTube channel, WikiTechie Code. You'll get thousands of videos here. You can watch it. And apart from that, you can subscribe to this channel and click this bell symbol so that you'll get regular notification from us. That's it. Thanks for watching our Wikitiki video.